friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Yaritza, aka Mrs. Espinosa, and I'm a kinder teacher in Texas. And today's vlog, y'all, is just gonna be really casual. I'm just gonna check in, let y'all know what I've been up to this summer, which really hasn't been much. And this week, I'm basically just now getting back to a routine. So I wanted to show y'all a little bit of what my routine is looking like and what I've started working on for back to school prep, specifically what I'll be working on today. But yeah, I just want this to be like a relaxed but productive day. So it's a little bit past 11 a.m. right now. I'm so slow in the mornings getting ready. I just really take my time. So that's why I love the summers. I have not been doing much at all. The last day for teachers was June 14th, and I didn't vlog that day because it was just kind of really hectic and busy. I did paint my classroom walls, which I'm so excited about. If you haven't been following me, I mentioned in my teaching vlogs that we were going to move this summer at the end of last month. We were renting a townhouse, but it was falling apart, so we're back in an apartment. This is like the nicest apartment we've lived in. And y'all, when I say I've done nothing, like it's just been nothing. I started packing like literally the day before we moved. We don't have a lot of stuff, and we had help from my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, and his wife. That was really great. So we moved in everything on the first day. And then I am really good about unpacking. Like I just want everything in its place, everything organized ASAP. But yeah, we've really been enjoying this new area we're living at. I've been walking my little fur baby Sammy in the mornings. We've been walking about a mile. I've still been trying to keep up with going to the gym 3 times a week. I finished reading one book this summer, which was The 4 Winds by Kristen Hanna. That was the second Kristen Hanna book I read. I did read The Nightingale, which was really awesome, and it's going to be a movie soon. The 4 Winds, I would say like 3/4 of it, I would give it like a 4 out of 5, but then that last fourth of a chunk was not a fan, so I probably wouldn't read it again, and I donated it. But I do want to keep checking out other Kristen Hanna books, so if you read any, let me know what you've read, what you recommend. I listen to my daily podcast. I haven't been watching too much TV, and we actually didn't have Netflix for some months, but I did sign back up for it again this month, only because I really enjoy the Netflix series Atypical and Never Have I Ever, which they both had new seasons like a week apart. I really enjoyed Atypical, and I was sad that 4th season was the last one, unfortunately. That was a good little series, and it's not horribly long, so I recommend it. And then if you haven't heard of Never Have I Ever, it is a series written by Mindy Kaling. It's freaking hilarious. And anytime I have Netflix, I of course have to rewatch Gilmore Girls. I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan over here, so I can just put that on the background and do what I gotta do. But yeah, that's literally kind of it for what I've been doing this summer. I did finally go to the dentist, which I'm embarrassed to say, like I had COVID last year totally threw my year off, so I couldn't even remember the last time I went to the dentist. But I went ahead and set up an appointment, and I did get one of my wisdom teeth removed, which I was so scared about just because I'm not good with pain. I didn't want to be in pain, but my dentist was fantastic, and like it didn't hurt at all. I didn't have any pain afterwards. It was great. So that was a relief that that's over with. I've been sleeping in like nobody's business. Like y'all, I can sleep in till like noon. So I hadn't really been starting my day until noon. But like I said, I'm trying to get back into a routine now because teachers go back on August 16th. And I do want to go a week earlier, which would be the week of August 9th, to start setting up my classroom. We are going to have a normal school year, but as always, what makes me nervous is how large my class size is going to be, because my first year of kinder, I had 25 students, and then last year was just an anomaly. I had 17 students, like 13 in person. Like last year was just beautiful. As we get closer to back to school, I'm just trying to mentally prepare to go back and start working on all of my little projects. So yesterday I sat down and actually wrote out like my to-do list, and I have a couple calendars going on. I have my teacher planner, which I always just get one from Target. I do have like another printable one, and my printable one is really more so I can kind of draft my vlog channel ideas. So now that I've written out my to-do list, I started drafting, like breaking up all the tasks throughout these next 2 weeks. So I'm not completely done. I kind of mapped out this week. So for today, I have like 3 projects. That's like the minimum that I need to do. A couple of them are just finishing up some Teachers Pay Teachers products. So I need to create the cover sheets, the credit sheet, and get it uploaded to my Teachers Pay Teachers. If you're not sure how to create your own worksheets or how to create your own cover sheets and credit sheets, I have some videos on that in my teacher PowerPoint tutorials if you're interested. But I'll get those couple of things done. And then third is I need to print out new schedule cards. Being back in a 1-bedroom apartment does mean that the kitchen area is basically my office area. But it's fine, it works out because I don't have a lot of furniture. So let me show y'all my little setup. So I did get this little rug from Target just so that the office chair doesn't damage the floors. This desk is from IKEA and I've had it since like 2016. This is stuff that I have to laminate. Got my little computer set up, my laminator, my laminating sheets, my little cutting board printer. And then, so this table is also from IKEA and it kind of doubles as a dining table if we actually want to use it as a dining table, or AKA my extra workspace. So this is my to-do list. I've got my planner and my extra printable calendar that I made. Oh, and here I did get a new backpack. I got a class pack of Crayolas. What else do I have? Ooh, you guys, I'm actually going to make a video about this, but I'll show you guys anyway. I finally bought a little rolling cart, and this was a big splurge for me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. This was $85, but I've been needing this. So far, y'all can see that I've only labeled this side, which is going to be for my small groups. I always have colors for small groups because I think it's the easiest. So anything that I need for the small groups, I'll have in here. This is a total of like 15 little bins. So I think I'll probably do Monday through Friday copies. And then I don't know what the other 5 will be, but I honestly would rather have more space than to need space. Y'all, I totally messed up. The one thing that was not clear in the instructions, it comes with little washers, and the little washers are supposed to go like right here. But I totally threw them away because I knew I wasn't going to want the little knobs. So I threw them away accidentally. But washers are pretty inexpensive to replace. Like, they'll have them at Lowe's, Home Depot. So I just needed to know like the thickness of it. So I did email the company and I told them that I lost them, that I wanted to rebuy them. But they said that they're going to ship out just the 8 pieces for me. So that's really nice. So I'm waiting on that. And then I'll probably do like my back to school haul video, just because I want to have it like actually ready. Because I don't have the washers, it's really wobbly, as you can see, because I was trying to loosen it up enough for the bins to come out. The reviews did say that once you put in the washers, like, these should pull in and out easily. But yeah, that's one of my big splurges. These are some titles that I printed out, which this was my last video. If you don't know how to make your own bulletin letters or a banner, you can check that out. I did go to Lakeshore, and this is like my little Lakeshore stuff that I got. I'm fine with buying just actual bulletin paper. I got my nameplates, which I'm probably just going to laminate and handwrite this year. I got lots of stickers, and they're scented. So this is watermelon, pineapple, grape, and strawberry scented stickers. And then I did get this number line. That's kind of all the stuff that I bought. I still need to get some plastic Tupperware that I'm going to use for glue this year. So this idea I'm going to copy from Miss Mo, because we all know that glue is such a pain in the butt. So I personally don't allow my kids to use the liquid glue. So I've always opted for the glue stick, but that's also a pain in the butt. So Miss Mo has these plastic Tupperwares with the sponge, and she pours the liquid glue onto the sponge, so then students just have to press on the sponge to soak up the glue. And hers, I know that some teachers have shared that those sponges can get moldy. For Miss Mo, it's been really great. And it's less of a pain in the butt because your kids aren't losing their glue sticks and they're not making a mess with the liquid glue. And it is way less wasteful. So I am excited to implement that, especially since, again, we should be back to normal. And I am a fan of communal supplies. Last year was killing me because the kids had to have their individual supplies, and it was just like it was a pain trying to keep up with, like, they don't have this color, they lost their scissors. I'm ready for communal supplies again this year. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get a little snack and then start working on what I need to do. All right, y'all, I just finished uploading my second TPT product. So let me show you what the first product was. So the first product I just uploaded are anecdotal notes. If you watched my 5 tips for a successful small group time video, I did talk about these. So let me show you what it looks like. And it's just 4 sheets. So the first sheet is kind of for whole group anecdotal notes. So the way that I use these, I would write in my student name, and this has like 10 little boxes. For example, if we're on the carpet doing a morning message, and if we're talking about the letter B, what sound does the letter B make? Okay, can somebody think of a word that begins with that letter? So if a student's able to say like B for balloon, I would write like a check mark and say like B for balloon and the date. And that way I have like a record of, okay, this student is understanding beginning sound. On this day they told me this word. On this day they told me this word. So the second sheet is kind of the same. And I always carry this in my clipboard, especially at the beginning of the school year. Just make little notes about students. So these other 2 sheets I would use during actual small group. It's how I would document. So if I'm working with the purple group, I would write in purple, and then if we're working on syllables that day, I would write in the student name, the date, the skill would be syllables. So if I ask the student how many syllables in water, and if they're able to tell me 2, I would write a check, and then I would write the word. And that way I know that that student was able to tell me the correct amount of syllables. And if that student did not correctly tell me how many syllables in that word, then I would just put an X and again write the word. But yeah, this is kind of like my system that works for me, that lets me keep track of student learning in like a very quick way. This one would be for up to 6 students. This one would be like 2 to 4 students. My groups are usually 4, 5, or 6 students. So you are welcome to download those, and I'll link them in the description. And then the second thing I just uploaded was a noun sort, which I had finished like forever ago, but I just hadn't uploaded it. So it comes with 36 cards, and it categorizes nouns for person, place, thing, or animal, which I was not able to find, which is why I created that. And I love using pocket charts. And then I also did include like 5 worksheets where they sort. It's the same vocabulary, but they sort them in a worksheet. All right, but yeah, that was like about an hour and a half working. So I am hungry now. I finished my little apple snack. So I'm going to make myself some lunch, and I'm going to watch one of my podcasts, and then I'll tackle my next project when I'm done eating, which is my daily schedule. I do want to make just a cute template because we are required to display our daily schedules outside of our door and then in our instructional wall. So just gonna give that a facelift and then make actual schedule cards. And then we'll see how I feel after that, if I want to tackle another project or call it a day. But let's go make my lunch. Alright, y'all, so it's about 4 p.m. now. I finished my schedule cards, so let me show you those. And I realized though that I don't have like the most updated daily schedule, so I'm just gonna hold off on like the template till we go back to school and they give us the new daily schedule, because they might shift some things around. But it's fine, it's not a super big deal. Just whenever I get that, I'll make my cute template. And for now, these are the schedule cards that I printed. These are from Proud to be Primary. So I like these because they're editable. They have a ton of pictures. I don't ever print out the time. I just want the cards. I'll probably tape them to a poster. I have some blank ones. We'll see how I do this. I want this one to be really simple for the kids, so I did print like extra ones, but when it's time to put it together, I'll see if I can just make it like, I don't know, 10 to 15 things, and I'll number it. Since I was laminating, this is something that I had already printed that was in the laminating pile, and they're CVC rhyming clip cards from Jennifer Hier or Hier. I had bought these a little while ago. I just hadn't printed them. But it does come with two versions. This version has the words, and this version has them without the words. So I would introduce this first to my students, and I have a rhyming recording sheet, so that's what they can use with this. And then later in the year, or for the kids that have already mastered sounds and are working on those CVC sounds, I would let them spell out the rhyming word by themselves. So that was a couple of things, and just one more thing that I printed out was a binder label. These binder labels are from Pocketful of Primary. I really like her simple style. I purchased this really big Write the Room bundle from the Printable Princess. So I went ahead and printed out all of the cards already for the entire school year. I did that before school ended, so I wouldn't have to do it in the summer. And then I printed out the original recording sheet, so that's what I'm going to put in here. So it's just ready to pull out. My cards are already printed and ready to go. So I'm just gonna finish cutting those CVC cards out, and then honestly probably just edit the rest of the day. And then just one more thing before I say my goodbyes, I just wanted to recommend a couple of products to y'all. I've been getting these laminating sheets from Amazon, and they're 200 pouches, and I'm pretty sure it's about $16. So that's like the best deal that I've been able to find. And then the second thing is that I've been buying this really big 300 pack of cardstock. This is the brand Nina cardstock. Miss Mo and I were also brainstorming, and we found this really big math center bundle from, I'm pretty sure it was Deanna Jump. So I have all of those math centers to prep. So we'll see if I need to order like another set of laminating sheets and the cardstock. But that's really it, y'all. Like I said, the rest of today, I'm just gonna edit this vlog. I hope you enjoy spending the day with me. This is more or less what the rest of my summer is going to look like. Trying to get back in the groove, like I said, and just trying to be productive and prep things. Let me know in the comments what you've been up to this summer. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notification bell. Please make sure you give my video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.